back in early March, about 1 week before the COVID shutdown whisperings got serious, I decided to take my bird up for a flight. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I had making the flight that day. So this is shortly after climb out, and I sped the video up to about 3 times the normal speed here. You can start to see the speed difference in this video here with the way the nose is wobbling. It was a calm day, so the airplane was pretty steady, but at 3 times the speed it looks worse. So that gives you an idea what it's like to fly a Cub at roughly 300 miles an hour at about 1,000 feet over the ground. The airplane typically does about 100 miles an hour, so this is at 3 times the speed is roughly equivalent to flying at 300 miles an hour. Well, there's lots of snow on the ground, obviously. The rivers and lakes were frozen. And the week before there'd been a fly-in on the river. I was there, forgot to take a video, so I decided, shortly after takeoff I'd go over and see how the runway was, and if all was good I'd give it a touch and go. And well into my descent here at this point, just down to the left you'll see a guy on the lake ice fishing. If your eyes are really good, right off the nose you'll see the plowed runway on the river. Let's listen to the engine as I drop in for a wheel landing. Again, this is sped up to about 3 times the video. There's another guy in the right corner of the ice fishing rig. I'm zipping along here about 100 miles an hour, about 150 or 200 feet off the river. My idea at this point was just to stay low over the river and just go for a short half hour flight, sort of picking up more ice fishermen here. Guys are waving at me, so I wag my wings back. Just having a great day. That last clip there shows the airspeed around 110 miles an hour. That's probably a little over because it's cold. One more guy on an ice shack. Give him a little wave. Go inside. If you look closely, I think that you'll see the guy waving his arms. I decided to continue on up the river. At this point, I've been seeing ice shacks. I see a lot of ice shacks, so I decided, well, let's go check these out. Turns out there's about 100. Not wanting to disturb those guys too much, I throttled up and climbed out of there and headed back out over the river on my way back to home. This part of the video is actually sped up about 5 times, and I'm at about 1,000 feet. So this is what it's like to fly a Cub at 500 miles an hour. We're headed back to home. Had some fun. That was enough for the day. Decided to put it down. Coming in right over the top of the airport, which is a standard procedure, 1,000 feet. And then a 90-degree turn into the left downwind. Wing waggle there is just a quick check both directions. Turn the downwind here. Now returning base. At about, again, this is about 3 times the normal airspeed. And right here I cut it back to standard speed. Approach speeds here would be about 70 miles an hour. Due to another airplane trying to get out of this narrow taxiway, we taxi our way back to the hangar and shut it down, put it away for the day. It was a nice flight, very smooth. I love the cold temperatures for flying, and my airplane likes it too.